49ers Cal High Sports is presented by U.S. Bank. Life keeps moving. We're here for every step. U.S. Bank member, FDIC.
Next on 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank, the league races are heating up and we have the big game highlights. We'll see San Ramon Valley battle Granada, Reardon takes on St. Ignatius, and Oakland meets Oakland Tech.
Girls Hoops includes the Diablo League showdown with Acalanes and Miramonte. Soccer features Notre Dame Belmont and Sacred Heart Prep. The season with Oakland Tech girls basketball continues with an emotional week for the girls, and we share the story of the De La Salle wheelchair basketball player showing his skills on wheels. It's all next on 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank.
Welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I am Aubrey Tolliver. We start tonight in the Oakland League, where Oakland Tech and Oakland come into the week tied for first with 4-0 league records. The Bulldogs from OT, led by sensational junior guard Ardarius Grayson and his 21 points a game.
The Wildcats are led by Jonathan Chappell's 13 points and Anthony Lacey's 9 rebounds a game. Ojai beating Tech in NorCal's last season and went on to win a state title. This battle for Oakland beginning Wednesday at Ojai.
The cheerleaders battling just as hard as the boys in this OAL matchup with Oakland and Oakland Tech. The Bulldogs facing an early deficit. Asher Kramer pulling the trigger on the 3-ball. Tech goes on to take the lead, but the Ojai Wildcats claw their way back. Dylan Cooper hits the long jumper to tie it up at 17 in the second. Jonathan Chappell gets the steal and goes charging to the rack. Count the bucket and the foul. The defending state champion Wildcats lead 33-26 at the break. Ardarius Grayson with a quiet first half point-wise. That was not the case in quarters 3 and 4. And then this uncontested 3 from Asher Kramer caps off a huge run for the Bulldogs. It erases the deficit. Fourth quarter now, Ojai back with a 3-point lead until Zanmeyer Pletner gets the physical lay-in to go, and after the free throw, the game is tied at 45. Chappell to Zaymani Mitchell, 4-3, and the Wildcats are back on top. Grayson, no-look pass to Ahmed Goulet, 60-59 Tech with 2 minutes left. Chappell driving, the delayed release hook shot, and it's now Ojai with the 1-point lead. Meyer Pletner, the backdoor to Grayson, bucket, and after a few Tech free throws, that puts the game on ice, and this battle for Oakland never disappoints. I told you, a big second half for Ardarius Grayson, who finished with a double-double.
Adrian Soriano here in San Jose as Silver Creek takes on Leland. The Chargers take the early lead. The first shot is off, but Trevor Cosgrove is right there to tip it home. But the Raiders come right back. Trajan Sinatra over to Ethan Morales, and Ethan knocks down the trifecta. 5-4 Silver Creek after 1. Second quarter now, and Sinatra passes it ahead to Michael Gonzalo, and Michael lays it up and in. Leland keeping this game close. Brent Shimada over to Cosgrove, and Trevor gets the lay-in for 2. 19-15 Raiders at the half. The Chargers find another gear in the second half. Steven Watson fires and hits from downtown. Now it's Blake Hattery with a bounce pass to Trevor Cosgrove, and Trevor lays it in again. 30-25 Leland Chargers. Silver Creek trying to stay in it. Nohea Apollo with the offensive glass. Then Nohea lays it up and in, but the Chargers were firing on all cylinders in the second half. Gurkaran Kara finds Cyrus Zhao, and Cyrus makes it splash in the corner as Leland improves to 4-1 in the Blossom Valley Santa Teresa East Division.
Corinna Eberts, who recently recorded her 1,000th rebound, is being introduced as Miramani battles Acalanes, and the Dons come out running. Natalie Freckman feeds a pass to Dulcie Val, and how about a little Euro step from the junior? On the other end, the Matadors move the ball around. Mariana Lawrence connects from deep. 15-12 Dons after 1. Second quarter, Val kicks a pass out to Freckman for 3. Got it! Plus the foul, a 4-point play for the junior. More threes from the Dons. It's Val lining up a triple for 3 of her 23 points, but Miramani keeps this game close going into the half as Lawrence heaves a pass over the Eberts, and the senior gets the layup to go. 29-26 Dons at the half. Third quarter, more Eberts, and watch the senior dominate inside. 16 points for Eberts, but the Dons ran away with this one in the second half. Val rips the ball away, sprints down the other end, and finishes the Euro. Oh my! And to top it off, Val finds KK Lakalale from the top of the key. Cash Acalanes remains unbeaten in the Diablo League, beating Miramani 56-40. And Dulce Vale is this week's Mattress Firm peak performance. The right mattress matters to reach your peak performance. Visit a Mattress Firm store today.
Tyler Flipson checking in. A West Bay Foothill League battle. Notre Dame Belmont visiting Sacred Heart Prep. Straight into the action. Lua White sends in a missile into the back of the net. The sophomore puts the Gators up first in the 15th minute. Just 2 minutes later, Gators, Megan Sweeney navigating through the Tiger defense and scores. Gators lead 2-0. 20th minute, Tigers answer. Millen Pineda sending it perfectly to Kaylin Thompson way downtown, and the senior manages to find the net. It's 2-1 SHP. 5 minutes later, Gators offense attacking again. It's blocked once, but Lauren Massetti is there ready for it. Goal! Sacred Heart leads 3-1 at the half. 8 minutes in the second half now. Massetti puts this one way up into the air and then volleyed off the foot of Molly Tinsley for the score. The seniors' goal makes it 4-1 Gators. Notre Dame gets one back though. Pineda on the free kick, and it's absolutely perfect in the top corner. That's play of the week material, Millen. But Sacred Heart Prep hangs on and goes on to win it 4-2 and remain undefeated in the West Bay Foothill League, improving to 5-0.
The Reiches Center brings us the Gary Reiches Players of the Week every week, the award based on performances in last week's games.
The announcement performed in a rap by our good friends at the Reiches Center. Here are this week's Gary Reiches Players of the Week.
Hey, hey, 49ers count high. Get 'em, hey, yeah. It's a jungle as that action cooks in the lion's den. Don't look so surprised when it's Gavin Cook, rising 10, leading the pack, defeating them easily. That the league is no match. Keeping defeated the beast with stats, undefeated with reasons for that. 23 points, jamming to the paint, defending clans from the defending champs to remain the name. Gavin be the savage, no average player can claim. Cooking them up in flames. Pittsburgh is back on the plate. From one cook to another, ready for supper, rolling hooks. Only before they're controlling the soul of Nolan Cook. The Wildcat, proud as another defending champ. Bunch of mice to the 6'5" man, ready to stand on business. 22 is pretty nice, especially just 1 point for extra spice to win it 56-55. Yeah, 49ers count high. Trigger D beats, this is Mace. Yay!
D-Line Constructors is a Bay Area leader in demolition, grading, paving, and site utilities. D-Line Constructors digs in with a passion and brings us the D-Line Defensive Play of the Week.
This week's D-Line Constructors defensive play goes to Scotty Brennan from Los Gatos. The junior had a terrific defensive game and a big win for the Cats last week, including these 2 blocks.
The Golden State Warriors present the Basketball Coach of the Week award every week.
This week, we honor John Hines from Liberty High School. Coach Hines picking up his 250th win with the Lions last week to go to 4-0 in league. John Hines, the Golden State Warriors Coach of the Week. Coming up, it's our Chick-fil-A sportsmanship game with Sacred Heart Prep and the Kings Academy.
And girls hoops with Lincoln and Prospect as 49ers Cal High Sports, presented by U.S. Bank, continues.
How's the chicken?
Oh, the prawns are delicious.
Oh, I have a shellfish allergy.
1 prawn, very good.
Did I say chicken wrong?
Tired of people not listening to what you want?
It's truffle season.
That's okay.
Never enough truffles.
How much are they?
It's a lot.
Oh, okay. I'm good. That.
It's like a priceless piece of art.
Enjoy.
Or when they sell you what they want?
Yeah.
The more we understand you, the better we can help you. That's what U.S. Bank is for.
Huge relief.
Yeah.
Love is at the center of everything we do. That's why we were the first dairy in the U.S. to become American Humane Certified. Because the care that we pour into our cows produces better milk. Clover Sonoma, the only dairy with love in it.
Trevor was born a champion. He knows how to make lemonade from lemons. He also knows that comfort is all year round. So sometimes, when you can't make lemonade, you make hot chocolate. Today, Trevor is proud to be a service champion. He continues to care for clients year-round.
Be prepared for the colder months ahead. Call now for a $48 furnace safety inspection.
High five service, champion attitude. Call 800-5-CHAMPS.
that. Did you miss it? There it is again. In the paint, from the logo, at the buzzer. Look at that drip, that form, those moves. Look at them. Look at this town. Look at us.
49ers Cal High Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Service Champions, High Five Service, Champion Attitude, Service Champions. By Chick-fil-A, Eat More Chicken. By Mattress Firm, the official sleep partner of the San Francisco 49ers. By Mary West Credit Union, working for you today, tomorrow, together. And by Stevens Creek Chevrolet, find new roads.
Two teams with perfect league records meeting in the West Bay League this week.
Both Sacred Heart Prep and the Kings Academy coming into the game 3-0 in league. It's this week's Chick-fil-A sportsmanship game where both teams get free chicken sandwiches after the game. Our Adrian Soriano was there.
This week's Chick-fil-A sportsmanship game features two outstanding athletes. For Sacred Heart Prep, it's senior TJ O'Brien. TJ is averaging 15 points and 2 steals per game. For the Kings Academy, it's sophomore Xavier Barnett. Xavier is averaging 15 points and 5 rebounds per game. Who will stay on top of the West Bay Athletic League? Let's find out in our Chick-fil-A sportsmanship game. The Gators on the attack early. Eric Osterloh over to JP Kerrigan, and JP knocks down the trifecta. But on the other end, Xavier Barnett drives and finishes the lay-in plus the foul. SHP comes right back as TJ O'Brien goes to the hoop to lay it up and in. 18-13 Gators after one. The Knights looking to respond in the second, but Kerrigan gets the steal, then goes coast to coast to lay it up and in. Now it's Drew Wagner kicking it out to O'Brien, and TJ shoots and scores from downtown. 31-20 Sacred Heart Prep Gators at the half. The Kings Academy trying to rally back in the second half. Caleb Huey with the pass to Keedman Dixon, who makes it splash in the corner. But the Gators answer on the other end. O'Brien with the cross-court pass to Wagner, and Drew drills his shot from way downtown. Then it's O'Brien over to Matthew Norris, and the junior throws down the two-handed slam. Time winding down now. Barnett fires and hits from three-point land as time expires. 47-35 Gators after 3. Fourth quarter now, and Dixon finds Caleb Huey, and Caleb slams it home, but Sacred Heart Prep had answers to every night's run. Kerrigan getting the tough turnaround jumper here. Then it's Osterloh with the pass to Kerrigan, and JP lays it in for 2 as Sacred Heart Prep wins it 60-52 to go to 4-0 in the West Bay Athletic League. Here's JP Kerrigan after the game.
Coming up with the leadership we had, like when I was a sophomore, even a freshman, they really set the tone, and we're creating a legacy and a culture at Sacred Heart that we're always going to be one of the top teams in Northern California, and we always are going to compete.
In Sunnyvale with the Chick-fil-A sportsmanship game, I'm Adrian Soriano, 49ers Cal High Sports.
Tyler Flipson checking in for Blossom Valley Santa Teresa League battle. Prospect Panthers hosting the Lincoln Lions. Jumping ahead to the second quarter, Lions, Aislinn Seaton passes it to Leia Williams. Back to Seaton for 3, no problem. Lincoln leads 10-4. Panthers rally back to Madison Kumagai beyond the arc, sure as day for 3, cutting the deficit to 3. 5 minutes before half, it's Kate Barstow showing the range. Bang! Just like that, we are tied up at 12 all. 2 minutes later, Barstow says, "Want to see me do it again?" Absolutely, the junior is heating up, giving the Panthers a lead 15-14. But with just seconds before the half, Lions Seaton to the rack with the floater dropping it in. We are knotted up at 17 into the half. Into a tight fourth quarter now. Prospect looking to pull away. We'll call this a pass to who else other than Barstow for the lay-in. It's 27-26 Panthers, but it's Lincoln who dominates the end of the fourth. Danielle Tyner in the paint, out to Gianna Crouch. Will it go? It will! The senior catches the 3, and that will do it. Lincoln manages to win it in a thriller over Prospect, improving to 7-1 in a tight league, tied for first with Willow Glen.
Service Champions Heating and Air Conditioning helps us honor students who perform well on the field while doing great work around campus.
This week's Service Champions Student Spotlight is Ian Stretch from the Aragon boys soccer team. This year, Ian started up the school's German club. After living in Germany for 6 years, Ian wanted to share Germany's culture with others, including its history, authentic traditions, music, soccer, and much more. Ian Stretch is this week's Service Champions Student Spotlight.
Delta Dental presents Smiles for Scholars. Each week we honor a team where every athlete is doing well in the classroom.
This week we honored the girls soccer team from Mountain View, the girls with a very impressive 3.8 GPA.
The San Jose Earthquakes present the Soccer Players of the Week. This week's Earthquakes boys soccer player is Marcelo Cruz from Aragon with a huge goal to tie the score in the Dons game last week.
This week's Girls Player of the Week is Sadie Leal Schumann from Miramonte. Sadie with a goal and an assist in the Matadors win last week. Coming up to the West Catholic League, where first place Reardon takes on San Francisco rival St. Ignatius.
But first, here is our U.S. Bank Top 10 Girls Basketball Poll.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A.
A is for above and beyond.
An extra level of care.
A game.
From caring for our guests in our community to cleanliness and safe service with a My Pleasure. A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
A little funky dance.
And that too.
Love is at the center of everything we do. That's why we were the first dairy in the U.S. to become American Humane Certified. Because the care that we pour into our cows produces better milk. Clover Sonoma, the only dairy with love in it.
From the beginning, MeriWest Credit Union was created to provide a brighter financial future for you. We work hard for our members because they're our greatest strength.
MeriWest worked for me when I needed an auto loan for my first car.
When I need to make a mobile payment, MeriWest works for me.
MeriWest works for me wherever adventure takes us.
MeriWest Credit Union. Let us work for you. Today, tomorrow, together.
Jerry Rice, touchdown 49ers.
In my pursuit to greatness, I discovered the secret. Dedication to my team and my relentless drive to win. I chose to be in the presence of greatness. Bernardi Zarata, the official injury attorneys of the San Francisco 49ers, share the same dedication, the same drive, the same spirit of champion. When justice is your goal, choose the dedicated team of Bernardi Zarata, your faithful injury attorneys.
Be prepared for the cold weather ahead. Service Champions is offering a special $48 furnace safety inspection.
High five service, champion attitude. Call 800-5-CHAMPS.
We're the Mini Monarchs, and you're watching
49ers Cal High Sports.
Presented by USA.
We are back at the NBC Sports Studio here at Levi Stadium. The Reardon Crusaders are all alone at the top of the West Catholic League. Reardon with a perfect 6-0 record with lots of talent, including high-flying St. Mary's commit Zion Sensley.
St. Ignatius comes into the game 2 games behind the Crusaders, the Wildcats needing a win to stay in the league race. The game played at SI Thursday night.
Adrian Soriano here in San Francisco as St. Ignatius takes on Reardon. Let's start off the dunk show with a Jasir Ranger 2-handed slam. Now it's Kaya Bearish going up high and down hard for the putback jam. The Wildcats keeping this game close early. Theo Lamb kicking it out to Marcus Bast, and Marcus shoots and scores from three-point land. 17-15 Reardon after 1. Second quarter now, and Bast finds a wide open Theo Lamb in the corner, and Theo drills his shot from deep, but Andrew Hillman had a big game for the Crusaders. Andrew making it splash from the Chase Center. 27-24 Reardon at the half. The Crusaders firing on all cylinders in the second half. Rencher over to Hillman, and Andrew knocks down another three-point bomb. Now it's Hillman dishing it to Rencher, and Jasir posterizes his defender. Oh my goodness. Then it's Nes Emenike getting his own rebound and throwing it down with authority. One more for good measure. It's Hillman with the alley-oop to Emenike, who throws down the sledgehammer as Reardon improves to 7-0 in the West Catholic League. 60-47 was the final.
Nikon introduced in Livermore as Granada hosts De La Salle. Spartans' corner kick finds the head of Charlie Sander, who finds the back of the net. A great assist by the junior Matthew Rajecki. De La Salle up with 18.5 left to go in the half. Later in the half, Namir Salo with a beauty of a pass that finds Ronan Radigan, who has a step on his defender. The goalie comes out to the 20. but misses it. Roden gets past him, has an open net goal. De La Salle takes a 2-0 lead right before halftime. Second half, Granada with an opportunity, getting a great shot on goal, but making the diving stop is De La Salle keeper Diego Heredia, making the save to keep it a shutout as De La Salle hands Granada its first loss of the season for sole possession of first place in the East Bay League.
Chick-fil-A brings us stories of athletes who amaze us.
Aubrey, tonight we meet a wheelchair basketball player from De La Salle showing skills on wheels and skills also in other sports. Thomas Giovanola is a sports nut. He loves watching games, but mostly he loves playing games.
I love being competitive. It's great to have a team, you know, another set of people who understand what I'm going through fully. You know, it's other disabilities to be sure, but everyone's gone through the same stuff.
Thomas plays for the Road Warriors wheelchair basketball team, but he played lots of other sports, including sled hockey and lots of outdoor adventures. Thomas was diagnosed with spina bifida, where inside the womb the spine is not forming correctly. The Giovanola family decided to have a surgery performed on Thomas before birth that would stall the process before it got any worse.
Can we help children have better outcomes if we close their spine in utero or if we close their spine after birth? We got randomized into the surgery group before birth. We went in and into UCSF. It was mid-pregnancy. They put me under, they opened me up, turned him out, closed his little back, he was only about a pound, tucked him back in, filled me back up with some saline, and then I went home on bed rest for the rest of the pregnancy.
It was a scary surgery for the family, but it all went well.
He has some more strength than we think he might have had if he didn't have this surgery. So we think he's probably doing better with walking than he might have depending on where his opening is.
Thomas was very active from the start. The question was whether he would be able to walk at all.
We took him to the Blackhawk Mall where we live, and we were wandering around, and he saw something that he wanted to go over and see. And he just let go of his walker and started walking and showing us, and he was about 3.5 at that point. So that was the very first time he walked away from his walker, and we went, don't say anything. Does he know he's doing this?
Thomas took off from there. Sled hockey was first and then wheelchair basketball.
Well, my first exposure to just adaptive sports in general was through CAF, Challenged Athletes Foundation. And through that I found an ad for sled hockey, and that eventually led me to trying the other sports that provided, like wheelchair basketball.
For a lot of these kids, that opportunity really hasn't existed for most of their life. And they find out, you know, what it's like to be on a team, what it's like to work for a common goal, what it's like to start having a little bit more discipline and to start having expectations of success and to really start pursuing something that's bigger than yourself.
Wheelchair basketball gives Thomas that outlet to compete with other young people who each have their own disabilities.
I get to spend time with my teammates after games at hotels while on trips. You know, a big part of going on trips is just hanging out with the team. Sure, we play games and such, but socializing will always be a bigger part of that for me.
Despite a challenging start to his life, Thomas has thrived. He is now an accomplished athlete and successful student who hopes to maybe be an animator one day. Until then, he keeps rolling along as a top defensive star for the Road Warriors. Thomas says the people at De La Salle are very accepting of him, that making friends at De La Salle is really easy. Great community there, so that's no surprise, but so good to see him doing very well. And a crazy surgery and everything in vitro to get to this point, but worked out well.
And he's excelling just in everything he does.
Yeah, and in the classroom as well.
Thanks, Robert. Marist Credit Union brings us the Marist Merit Award honoring Bay Area teachers.
Here's Gavin Cook Wisenton from Liberty talking about his favorite teacher, Stephanie Darling.
I would have to go with, give a shout out to Miss Darling, just because that's my leadership class, and you know, she always just makes me have a smile on my face, makes me come in the classroom, get my work done, and do what I need to do in the classroom.
Coming up, to battle in the Bay Counties League as Stewart Hall meets University.
And later we continue our series this season with Oakland Tech girls basketball during a trying time for the Bulldogs. 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank. We'll be right back.
prepared for the cold weather ahead. Service Champions is offering a special $48 furnace safety inspection.
High five service, champion attitude. Call 800-5-CHAMPS.
When you sleep on the right mattress, it makes everything clear.
I know exactly where my passport is. The right mattress matters.
We'll find yours. It only happens once. It's literally in the name. It's Mattress Firm's once-a-year sale and clearance. Don't miss it. Save up to 60% on Sealy and get a free adjustable base. Mattress Firm.
1, 2, 3.
Get ready to cheer for your next new or used car at Stevens Creek Chevrolet.
Stevens Creek Chevrolet!
We're ready to make your buying experience safe and easy. Come to our dealership to see and test drive one of hundreds of great Chevrolet cars and trucks. Or you can go online to shop, order, and have your new car delivered right to your door. So get fired up for a great deal right here at
Stevens Creek Chevrolet!
I'm Nancy Lambert, the director of the Schwab Learning Center at CHC. In a world where every second counts, education doesn't have to be a struggle. At the Schwab Learning Center, our learning specialists work one-on-one with high school and college students with ADHD, dyslexia, and other learning differences. We work with you to understand your learning and attention strengths and challenges. We help you develop strategies that optimize the way you learn. Discover the power of personalized learning that empowers students to excel. Your success is our mission.
Party time!
'49ers Cal High Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Lexus of Stevens Creek, taking care of our guests one at a time. By DJDG.com, where we want you to be a happy car buyer. By Schwab Learning Center, your success is our mission. By the Riken Center, got goals? And by Sharks Ice, official practice facility of the San Jose Sharks and home of the San Jose Barracuda.
Big game in the Bay Counties League this week with Stewart Hall going against University. Stewart Hall having a fine season with an 18-2 record coming into this game, undefeated in league play.
University comes in at 17-5 with impressive wins this season. The Red Devils are led by 6'4" senior guard Will Perkins, committed to Colby College next season. A battle for first place at University this week.
Will Perkins introduced at the Devil Dome as University host Stewart Hall. Tight first quarter as Gus Fried fires it cross court to Cole Boeck for 3 and an early Red Devils lead. The Hall answers right back as Tim Rayford lofts up a 3-ball of his own. And now here's Rayford, the outstanding senior guard, driving, and a fancy look to Nils Wallace, who had a nice game for the Knights. The Red Devils keep it tight early on, toss it to Lucas Lau with a strong drive to the rack, up and under. That was nice. University takes a 3-point lead here. To the corner for Jason Morris, the 6'4" junior buries the 3. The Hall then ties it on this Spencer Radnich corner 3, but University takes off from there. Toss it to Morris, a little sidestep for a clear shot at the rim, and Morris rattles it home. A 9-point Red Devils lead at the half. Second half now, Perkins firing it down low to Boeck, who hits and draws the foul. University is a great passing team. Jordan Chow with a nice look down low to Trevor Tarm. Then 2 passes lead to Lucas Lau in the corner. Another 3 for University. The Red Devils now all alone in first place with a 17-point win.
Let's go to the ice for some hockey as St. Francis battles Valley Christian. First period, Warriors on the power play. Here's a shot on goal, it's saved, but the puck is still loose near the crease, and Devin Jimenez is there for the rebound and scores. 1-0 Warriors. Here comes St. Francis, loose puck near the crease, and Kenneth Brown says, "Put me on the stat sheet with this goal." St. Francis would tack on 2 more goals before the end of the first period, which includes this beautiful wrist shot by Xander Almazai. 3-1 St. Francis after 1. Second period now, Jacob Koska delivers a centering pass. It goes off the net, but have no fear, Jimenez finds the back of the net. And moments later, Jimenez fires a shot in the slot. It's saved, but he tracks the loose puck and says, "Give me the hat trick." Jimenez finished with 4 goals in the contest. Tanner Fast also had a good game, finishing with 2 goals, including this gorgeous goal. And he's shooting off one skate, my goodness. Then, with a 2-on-1 opportunity, Tanner Shimizu finds Michael Lund, and that's how you score off the 2-on-1 advantage. 6-4 St. Francis after 2. But Valley Christian would score 2 unanswered goals in the third, including this equalizer from Ian Nelson to tie the game. No one wins, no one loses. This game ends in a 6-6 tie, and Devin Jimenez is our Sharks Ice Hockey Player of the Week. 4 goals for this outstanding forward.
Lexus of Stevens Creek brings us the Volunteer Award every week, leading to $10,000 in scholarships to be handed out at our end-of-the-season awards banquet later on this year.
This week's Volunteer Award goes to Asher Kramer from Oakland Tech. Asher volunteers his time with Kids Cubed, a nonprofit organization introducing science to underprivileged kids in Oakland. Asher talks about why this work is so important to him.
I think it's really just like knowing your roots, like especially in Oakland, obviously there's an underserved community, and it's just knowing our roots and helping out, and because everyone has that soft spot to help out, so everyone should do it.
Gallo Salami helps us honor athletes who are among the top recruits in the nation. This week's Gallo Salami top salami is Jordan Geis from the Midi Girls soccer team. The senior forward has committed to play next season at UCLA.
Coming up, we continue our season-long series with the Oakland Tech girls basketball team as the team gets some very tough news.
And later, our Crumble Cookies game of the week at San Ramon Valley and Granada. But first, here is this week's learning tip from the Schwab Learning Center.
Here's a good tool to help a student with dyslexia or ADHD. One good strategy is breaking up information and tasks into smaller chunks. Divide study sessions into smaller, more focused segments working on one topic at a time. Set realistic goals for what you want to accomplish in each segment. Work with a Schwab Learning Center specialist to practice these skills and optimize your performance in school.
Let's continue now with our season-long series on Oakland Tech girls basketball.
We left off last week with Coach Leroy Hurt giving the girls some very tough news. This week, we see what happened and how the team bounces back. This season with Oakland Tech girls basketball is brought to you by Family First Clothing Company. One brand, one family.
Let's go, let's turn it up. Can't be stopped, I hit my shot, go in. Swish, you wish you could stop this, but you gon' miss. That's the way it ends up, that's the way we level up. Let's go, let's turn it up.
Hey, just have a seat. Somebody think about this. What does "it's a rule" mean? A rule, what does that mean? What is a rule?
A regulation. What?
Regulation, what else?
Something you must follow.
Something you must follow, what else?
Something you don't do.
Something you don't do. So yesterday I was informed, because of the rules, every game that Sanaya played in is a forfeit for Oakland Tech. We're 10-9. All of those games, other than the 5 she has not played in, are forfeited. We lose. We get a loss because somebody didn't do their job. 2, go. Come on, make it.
For a cool minute, I thought it was like my fault, but I had to realize that has something to do with the school rather than just with me.
Junior Sanaya McIntyre is in her first year at Oakland Tech. She spent her freshman and sophomore years at St. Mary's College High School in Albany.
Sanaya McIntyre has been at Tech since August, since school started. So shame on whoever for not getting that kid cleared.
Every time an athlete transfers, paperwork is required to be filled out by the athlete's current and former schools and given to the league commissioner. In Sanaya's case, that could have been done at any time leading up to the start of the season, but due to an oversight by the athletics administration, that was not done until January 6th. Tech then had to forfeit 6 of its wins, making the Bulldogs' new record at the start of the week 4-16.
I was made aware there was an issue Saturday, January 6th at the Oakland Tech Jamboree, and thank God our commissioner Frankie was there, and he actually went to high school with Sanaya's dad.
Frankie Navarro is the OAL commissioner. We talked to Frankie
Navarro
leading up to the Jamboree.
Frankie emailed all the parties that Sunday that Leroy shut her down, let me get her cleared.
When they had hit me with the email and everything, I was kind of like, but we're mid-season already. And it's like season's almost over. And it was really hard watching my team play and me not being able to like help or anything.
Sanaya is no stranger to Coach Leroy and many of the girls.
The transition, it was easy because I knew so many people here.
She played on Coach Leroy's club team since she was in 6th grade alongside many of her current Tech teammates.
I just want to let everybody know I was bigger than Giant Terrier. I was a big center, but I came back from quarantine and then they were just taller than me. So yeah, I had to learn how to be a guard in some way.
Sanaya is happy she transferred to Tech. She says her teammates never blamed her, but the girls know the climb from here will be tough.
It feels tragic because I feel like we've been having a roll going, figuring ourselves out and stuff. And for our record to go down like that, it's just that affects us a lot. And especially when it's time for playoffs and things like that, like Coach Leroy was telling us, we don't know what our record's going to look like going into playoffs, so that's going to affect us even more.
Are you ready to come back and be free and know that you're not going to cost anymore?
Yes, I'm so glad we did this because I really want people to know this is a serious thing and it could really happen to anybody, but just be careful, be real careful. But I'm so excited to be back. I missed my team so much.
It happens, but what do we do afterwards?
Ooh, that's good.
What do we do now?
The climb begins with Ojai. Jai Johnson dominant on both sides of the ball. 10 steals, 22 rebounds, and 19 points. A triple-double.
I thought if I was going to get physical, they weren't going to challenge me, so that was the game plan. And just stay on the gas pedal and get the win.
Talia Logwood forces the turnover. We featured her on last week's show. Jordan Taylor, Tusanea Clemens, and Jai finishes. Talking with a few of the girls, they say this defense has changed drastically since the return of Talia as she finishes with 13 points and 8 rebounds. JT puts up 14 points, knocking down 4 threes. JT is confident.
Everything that's going on, we got to play as a team and play together. We're blowing every single team out, and we're winning OAL. Nobody's going to beat us. So from here, it's up.
Tech wins big, 63-27 to go to 4-0 in league play. So Tech wins its first meeting with Ojai, but like Coach Leroy said, every win from here on out really matters, and we will see how those forfeits impact the postseason seedings.
Right, exactly. But to get into the postseason, they've got to win the Oakland second title.
Yes, you got to win first 2 teams.
All right.
You can come in second.
All right. The Harker School each week honors athletes who are scholar athletes in the classroom. This week, we honor Alvin Loving from Salesian High School. Alvin, great on the court and in the classroom with a 3.94 GPA.
Brought to you by the Harker School. The Harker Conservatory's annual student-directed showcase held earlier this month featured a series of 4 one-act plays produced and directed by Harker students. Each director spent several months on every aspect of the production, from casting to visual elements to promotion. At Harker, transitional kindergarten through 12th grade students discover their passions. Learn more at harker.org. Albany's Construction brings us the Dirty Work play each week. This is a play showing the same kind of grit and determination exemplified by all of the folks at Albany's Construction. This week's Dirty Work play goes to Ardarius Grayson from Oakland Tech. Ardarius with a big block in the Bulldogs win last week. Our Darius Grayson doing the dirty work, just like our good folks at Albany's Construction.
Coming up, our Crumble Cookies Game of the Week, it's the East Bay League Showdown with San Ramon Valley and Granada.
And the girls from Campo Lindo take the pitch against Acalanes as 49ers Cal High Sports, presented by U.S. Bank, rolls along.
Come on, boys. Bow your heads. Dear God, we come to you to say thanks. Thank you for protecting us. Thank you for blessing us. Thank you for our community, love, and prosperity. But above all, God, help us to never forget to keep the family first. Amen.
This tiny payment thing is a giant pain.
Hi, ladies. Alex from U.S. Bank. Can she help? How about a comprehensive point-of-sale system?
That can track inventory, manage schedules,
And customize orders? That's what U.S. Bank Business Essentials is for.
What about a new oven? Can U.S. Bank help us there?
We can serve loans in as fast as 12 minutes.
That would be a big help. Huge.
Jumbo.
Ginormous.
Finding ways to make your business boom. That's what U.S. Bank is for. We'll get there together.
Join us on the ice for the Bay Area's hottest sport. High school ice hockey leagues are forming now for the upcoming season. Be part of this fast-moving, hard-hitting, crazy, exciting game. You can join as part of your high school team or sign up to be assigned to a team. Games are played at Sharks Ice locations all around the Bay Area. Jump in anytime and join your friends on the ice. Be a part of Bay Area high school hockey. Contact Sharks Ice for more details and get into the game today.
Want to make $186,000 a year, serving a community that wants you. The San Jose Police Department is hiring. Choose from over 50 specialty assignments like K-9 officer, helicopter pilot, or crime scene investigator. If you have the drive to serve, we will teach you the rest. Apply today at joinsjpd.com.
Jerry Rice, touchdown 49ers.
In my pursuit to greatness, I discovered the secret: dedication to my team and my relentless drive to win. I chose to be in the presence of greatness. Bernardi Zerrata, the official injury attorneys of the San Francisco 49ers, share the same dedication, the same drive, the same spirit of champion. When justice is your goal, choose the dedicated team of Bernardi Zerrata, your faithful injury attorneys.
This week's Crumbles Cookies Game of the Week is an East Bay League showdown between Granada and San Ramon Valley. San Ramon Valley coming into this game tied for first place in the league.
Granada is just one game behind the Wolves and the Spartans and needs a win to remain in the league title hunt. It's our Crumble Cookies Game of the Week. Our Jake Vanderbrook was there.
The league races are heating up, and the East Bay League is no exception. Our Crumble Cookies Game of the Week takes us to Livermore as Granada takes on San Ramon Valley. For the 5-0 Wolves, keep an eye on the famous Seamus Dealey. The senior's coming off a double-double, 12 points and 12 rebounds in a victory over Dublin. And for the 4-1 Matadors, Cortavius Taylor is on our radar. He's coming off an 18-point performance against De La Salle.
All right, let's get right into the action. The Granada student section is all fired up, but so is Mason Thomas. Watch the lob to Elliot Conley for the lay-in. 10 points for Conley, but Navon Long turns defense and the points, gets the steal and flushes it down. 17-15 Mats after one. Second quarter, 6'5" senior Cortavius Taylor is a threat in the paint, but he can also bury the triple. But the Wolves would howl back, getting second chance points, which includes this putback by Conley. 30-25 Granada at the half, and the Matadors would get hot in the third. Lennon Lamba finds Spencer Langowski in the corner, and the southpaw connects from three-point land. Moments later, it's Langowski to Taylor for another three. Got it! 23 points for the senior. Final seconds of the third. Here comes The famous Seamus Dealey, a little shake and bake, goes right to the rack for the bucket. 49-42 Mats after 3. But SRV continues to fight in the fourth. Mason Thomas finds Luke Isaac, and Luke goes right to the cut for 2 of his 19 points to cut the deficit to 2. Less than a minute to go. Shot clock winding down. Long drives in, finds Lamba, and the senior extends Granada's lead to 4. Wolves cut the deficit to 2 with less than 10 seconds. But they also had a chance to win the game. Time winding down. They got to get a shot off, but they're not able to. Game over. The Granada student section storms the court as Granada wins it in a thriller, beating SRV 60-58.
This one is good, man. My teammates said they never won. Never beat them on the league, so now we beat them, man. We're up the state, man. Let's go.
In Livermore with the Crumble Cookies Game of the Week, I'm Jake Vanderbrook, 49ers Cal High Sports.
Back to the pitch as Acalanes is fired up to host the Campo Lindo Cougars. Campo won the first meeting at home a few weeks ago. Early on, they're in a great position as Indira Naylor weaves through the defenders and takes a shot from far out. Goal! Cougars lead early. A great shot there, but another one right before the end of the half. Naylor with a penalty shot, and the senior sneaks it past the goalie. Campo up 2-0 at half. 22 to go in the match as Naylor with another opportunity from far out, and she scores to complete the hat trick. An unbelievable night for the University of Chicago-bound star. A few minutes later, Acalanes with the numbers advantage. The first shot is saved, but in a great position is Taylor Michaelis, who shoots and scores. But a goal from Campo in the final minutes secures the game for the Cougars, who have won 4 in a row and improved to 6-2 in the Diablo Foothill League.
The Mountain View girls soccer team is having another great season.
That's right, the girls meeting up with our Jake Vanderbrook at the Rikus Center this week.
And we are here at the Rikus Center for human enhancement where goals are achieved. Got goals? And here's the girls soccer team from Mountain View High School. Make some noise! I love the energy. So we're going to start off with Karina Shaw. So, Karina, this team is playing some wonderful soccer. Right now, you guys remain unbeaten in league play. What's been clicking for you ladies thus far?
I think we've been working really well together and making sure that on the field we're communicating and passing the ball. And at the end of the day, to us, it doesn't really matter who's scoring. What matters is that we're scoring and that we're getting the win at the end of the day.
Yeah, and just this past Thursday, we covered your big game against Palo Alto. That was a crazy game. You know, you guys were putting a lot of shots on net, and then you guys had that big opportunity where it came down to Haley Westcott with a PK opportunity, and you were able to convert. So, Haley, walk us through that PK.
I mean, I wasn't really expecting to take that, so that kind of stressed me out a little bit. But stepping up, I just, blocked everything out, and I was like, I'm going to do this, and I shot it, and it went in, so.
Yeah, because Karina was supposed to take that, and then she was forced out of the game, unfortunately, but Haley came in clutch when it was needed most. And finally, I'm going to make my way over to Juno Winiger. So, Juno, you know, you guys are a great program. You guys have dominated league over the years. And so, Juno, what's it going to take for this program to make a run for not just a CCS title, but also a NorCal title?
I think it's really just going to take everyone putting in their full effort on and off the field. Just being there for each other, I think, is a really, really important thing. Just on the field, moving for each other. Off the field, we can just talk to each other and be just honestly, a big family.
For sure. Ladies, thank you so much for joining me. Now take us out with a break.
Spartans on 3! 1, 2, 3, Spartans!
Stevens Creek Chevrolet brings us the Spirit Corner each week, honoring Spirit squads from all around the Bay Area.
Tonight we feature the dance team from Dublin. Coming up, to the City League we go for Lowell and Lincoln.
But first, here is our U.S. Bank Top 10 basketball poll. 2 teams from the San Francisco City League starting this week with perfect 6-0 league records.
The Lincoln Mustangs and Lowell Cardinals meeting at Lincoln this week.
Here come the Lincoln Mustangs in this City League battle for first place. Lincoln on the board early as Samari Tanner from the corner. Samari never misses from that spot. Toss it down low to DeMarco Reed Jr., and the Mustang 6'4" senior bangs his way into the paint and scores. Lowell keeping it tight throughout the first half. This is Jalen Lee driving and scooping it home. 10-8 Lincoln at that point. Lowell looking for more, but you're going to need to come a bit stronger against DeMarco Reed. Oh my. But the Cardinals keep it close. Here's Lee on the break, stopping for three, and it is good. We're tied at 13 in the second. But the Mustangs regain the lead. Terrell Price with a terrific move into the lane and a lefty finish, +1. But the Cardinals keep pace as Jet Tran drives into the lane, and he scores and draws the foul. Late second as Dwayne Gaines stops and rises up for a long two for the Lincoln Mustangs. And then just before the half, Lee for three again for Lowell. That's a nice looking shot. Lowell leads by 1. Third quarter now, and here's Tanner from his favorite spot. He never misses from that spot as the Mustangs take a big third quarter to a 13-point victory. Tanner and Lutt leading the Mustangs.
Venardi Zerrata is your faithful injury attorneys, bringing us the hometown hero every week.
This week we honor Dublin athletic trainer Cathrice Ferralis. Cathrice is a dedicated and hard-working person, making sure all of the athletes at Dublin are well taken care of at every single game, and they all love her. Cathrice Ferralis, this week's Venardi Zerrata hometown hero.
DGDG.com wants you to be a happy car buyer, so each week they bring us the Be Happy play. This is a play in a game that made everybody happy.
This week's Be Happy play goes to the Granada Matadors, picking up a thrilling 2-point win in a crucial East Bay League game. Want to be a happy car buyer? Go to DGDG.com. Coming up, it's a Service by Medallion play of the week. It might be this play, but you have to wait to find out.
First, here's this week's training tip by our good friends at the Rikus Center.
I'm Andrew Veely, and today's training tip is a Zercher squat. A Zercher squat is just a squat with the bar hanging in the nook of the elbow instead of up tall like a front squat. So Cole's gonna just hold the bar there, squat down and up. This is a great alternative to a front squat where you have to get your elbows high, bend your wrists back, also lower risk of hurting your low back doing this way. Other things you could do is a split squat, same position, just up and down, and the load will feel different. It'll feel more on the forward leg than even, so just be mindful of that when you're choosing what kind of split squat you do.
We announce the Service by Medallion play of the week to end every show.
How's that work?
Basically, our Adrian Soriano is going to count down all these contenders and then name the play of the week.
So if somebody has a problem with it, you contact Adrian.
Adrian Soriano at, no, I'm just kidding.
Adrian.Soriano. No. Here it is, the Service by Medallion play of the week.
Play of the week. We start off with Kaya Barrage from Reardon with this putback dunk. How about his teammate Jasir Rancher with the poster? Now here's Ness Emenike with the alley-oop slam, but the play of the week has to go to Milan Pineda's free kick goal. One more time, Milan Pineda with the play of the week.
That's the play of the week, and that's 49ers Cal High Sports for this week. Thank you for watching. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Join us next week for the story of the Cal Grizzly and his battle with type 1 diabetes. We'll see you then.
I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and check back every Sunday night.
And watch us every Sunday night at 6 and 10 p.m. on NBC Sports California. We'll see you at the games.